dplyr also allows for the filtering of rows or the selection of rows through the use of the filter function. Working with the example of CO2 per capita that has been gathered, we can decide to select the columns that we are interested in and subsequently filter those columns that as well. For instance, let's start with CO2 PC being the data frame that is going to store the result of all of these operations. I'm going to read a CSV file using the reader function. In this case, CO2 per, within quotes, CO2 per, reading the file. I'm going to run a pipe operation and gather every column other than the country column. My key is going to be year, and my value is going to be CO2 per capita. Subsequently, I'm going to do another pipe. What I'm going to do is I am going to select only those values of year. So I do that through the use of this. I'm only going to select those values of year that are greater than 2000. And I do that because I want to filter based on row values. In this case, the filter operation is used to filter the rows that one is interested in, and I shall be filtering based on values of year greater than, for example, 2000. When I run this operation, we have a data frame CO2PC, and if I take a look at the head of CO2PC, I see values of year greater than 2000. Values of year less than 2000 don't exist. I can take a look at the dimensions of CO2PC to see that I don't have the expected number of rows, I think 142 or so. I have only 44 rows because there are only 44 rows where the year value is greater than 2000. In fact, one can filter using multiple conditions simultaneously. Taking the same example, I can filter based on multiple conditions. And so, filter based on multiple conditions is expressed in a very similar manner, but instead of just having one condition, year greater than 2000, I can also add another condition using the AND operator, the logical operator. AND is represented by an ampersand, and I can say filter for values of year greater than 2000 and values of year less than, for instance, 2005. If I run this, take a look at the head and the dimensions, we see that we have only 16 rows with 3 columns. In fact, if I wanted to see all of the data, I can just do view CO2 PC, and you see that year values goes from 2001 to 2004, not including 2005, because year values we want to be greater than 2000 and less than 2005. In addition to the AND operation, one can use the OR operation as well. Working with the same example, I can say filter the CO2 capture where the year value is equal to 2000, and the OR operation is the pipe symbol. And I can say where year is equal to 2000 or the year value is equal to 2005. In addition to this OR operation, I can say that I want to have another condition in here. The other condition in here is going to be an AND operation where the year value is either 2000 or 2005 and The country column holds the value, for instance, United States. If I run this, I see that I have 2 rows and 3 columns. I have United States for the year 2000 and 2005, where the CO2 per capita. Country is only United States, and year values are 2000, 2005, and I have the CO2 capita for those 2 years. Subsequently, the filter operation allows us to select rows based on multiple conditions that are present in the data frame.